So thank you for joining me, Marta. If you can just introduce yourself and obviously the lovely resort and hotel that you're representing.
So my name is Marta, and I'm the sales manager MICE in the property 7 Pines Kempinsky, Ibiza. We are a 56,000 square meter resort of pure bliss and relaxation in the southwest of the island of Ibiza.
And I from what I've seen and experienced, you also on the sunset side of the island, aren't you? So you get some amazing sunsets there, which is always great.
Exactly. We have the sunset view and the island of Esvedra, which is a magnetic island that is right in front of the resort as well.
Some amazing views. So I guess that to start things off, the general question is obviously what is the current situation, obviously with the resort, the hotel, Ibiza, what's currently happening?
Okay, so the Balearic Islands actually have not been that much affected with the virus. We are already in the phase of normality. So we are already open since the 19th of June, and we are already having guests that want to have a staycation, or some of the tourists that are already allowed to travel internationally.
So internationally, are we looking potentially by mid-July, hopefully it should open up to most of international destinations?
Exactly.
Okay.
So from mid-July, we will start to welcome most tourists, and mainly international tourists.
Okay. And what sort of changes have you, if any, you say relatively been lucky and untouched as such, but what sort of changes have you had to incorporate into it because of the virus?
So in the suites, we have enhanced our cleaning process, and you can find individual sanitizers in all the guest rooms. Upon the check-in, you have as well a request option that is called "Please do not enter in my suite." And in that case, all the interactions will be done in the room door, and our team will not be allowed to go inside the room from that moment. In all the public areas, we have sanitizer stations, we have disposable towels, and our team sanitizes all items that have been touched by guests in between other guests. We have improved our mobile app so that guests can do everything through their phones. And nonetheless, our team is still in the lobby and is ready to help if they want to have a personalized contact. All our team members wear masks as well, so we keep the safety distance as well, and between our staff members and between our clients. And as well, all our capacities in the restaurant, bars, pool, spa, lobby have been reduced to ensure a safety distance as well. So
in terms of food and beverage and things, is it all ordered off of an app or is it a la carte? Because obviously buffets are pretty much going to be non-existent these days.
Exactly. So buffets are completely gone, and we do everything a la carte. Even our breakfast, we had the other day a tasting just to see how it was going to work, and it's going to be an assortment of different dishes that usually you have in the buffet going on the table always, and then you can order a la carte eggs, pancakes, waffles, just so you have everything. You still enjoy as if it was a buffet, but it's a little bit more safe.
Okay. And in terms of, from a corporate perspective, what kind of events can we look to put on now in Ibiza moving forward? And I guess leading into that, what sort of group sizes would we be looking at?
So group sizes, we have actually reduced our capacities a third. So for this season, for 2020 and 2021, we decided that all the maximum capacity that we would have is 50 people in indoor spaces and 130 people in the outdoor spaces. It's a number that we can control. We are sure that we can make something happen with very nice events with this amount of people. We are checking as well every request that we're doing, every request that we're receiving. We are checking that we can actually accommodate them, make sure that they're going to be safe, that there's going to be enough space in any event. If it's going to be outdoors, that we have a second plan, back plan. I forgot the word. Sorry, a backup plan. we just make sure that we have a backup plan in case that they have to go indoors because of weather or anything. But yes, we're trying to make sure that we have a security in place for every event.
So in terms of meetings and events and conferences and incentives, that kind of thing, it's more of a case of you could pretty much still do the event or the incentive or the conference that you were looking to do, obviously scaled down numbers, but would it be more of a case of, from an agenda point of view, so for myself as a planner, making sure that the agenda isn't too loaded, because obviously we need to allow more time for things to sort of people to come in and out and to filter down and things like that?
Yeah, so we're trying to make sure that we have everything well planned. One of the regulations actually here in the Balearic Islands is that we have to be very clear on the design and the structure of the events, and we have to make sure that we can sanitize even from before the event, before the setups, until after the events and the tear downs. So all the events are very planified from the very beginning. How the suppliers are coming, what type of suppliers are coming as well to the hotel, if they have to register as well before entering in the hotel, taking their temperature. It's a lot of a process, but it's just to make sure that we can ensure a safe environment for all our guests, our colleagues, and for everyone in the resort.
Okay, and is there anything sort of we need to know as either corporates coming out or non-corporates, private groups that are coming out to enjoy a holiday or a short weekend there? Are there any changes that we need to sort of be aware of, or any rules and regs? So, for example, is there anything such as temperature control, testing, anything like that, or is it just a case of general sanitary type of measures?
General sanitary. So we are not forcing anyone to wear the mask. Our team is wearing the mask because we want to make sure as well that between the team we're all well and healthy, because after all we're going to be here every single day working with different people, and when we want to ensure that our team and all the guests are doing well. But there's no drastic changes when you arrive to the hotel. So you will have sanitizer stations in the lobby, in the reception, in the bars, in the restaurants, but you don't have to wear a mask, you don't have to take your temperature, you don't have to make anything drastic change if you come to the island. So just to make sure that we have distance between everyone, and that's it.
So that's more of a case of, is that generally across the island, or is that something that you as a hotel has implemented, or is that the general thing across the island if you go to most places?
General thing across the island. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I mean, I'm for one really looking forward to seeing the opportunity of seeing how beautiful Ibiza is. The parties are great, and I'm sure they will still obviously be happening this summer in some capacity. But the opportunity maybe for clients to see the island and not be fearful of losing control of their delegates, it's an interesting opportunity to have. But obviously, it's nice as well from our private groups that they can come out and still experience the island, maybe in a slightly different way. But you know, to have the opportunity to explore the island maybe will be a welcome change for not just for people going out, but for people living on the island as well.
Definitely, this year it's really to enjoy the nature and enjoy the beauty of this island. Not that much the party maybe, even though there's still a few clubs open, but it's mainly the beauty of the island.
And we sort of spoke before about potentially the summer season staying on a little bit longer. So we're looking at potentially, all being well, sort of going through to, rather than sort of finishing end of September, beginning of October, we're looking at November now?
Yes, I think that they are still thinking about it, but it's if they can, they will try to extend the season until November. So the clubs will be open, hopefully, and well, maybe we can have a few more groups, corporates coming over to the island later in the year.
It's certainly helpful for us in the UK because, as I say, we're a little bit, as usual, behind everybody. Yeah. So we need a little bit more time before we can actually go out. So that would be good. The longer it stays, the better.
Yeah, very true.
And is there anything else you'd like to add before we sort of finish up?
The only thing that I will add is that we're ready. We're here. The island is open, and we're very excited to welcome guests back again. And yes, we will just make sure that everyone is safe, and we're here.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me on this. It's great to have an insight into obviously the resort of the hotel as well as the island, and hopefully moving forward we'll all be over there enjoying those beautiful sunsets and the amazing pine trees sometime soon.
Hopefully. Hopefully very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'd love to hear your feedback, so please make sure you comment in the comment section below. Also, please make sure you like, follow and subscribe We Are Meat on all our social platforms.